Welcome back, everyone. IT Guy TV, welcome. Playing Boggert Slime on Darkside RP. We may have a tour tonight scheduled. We'll see. Okay, let's see what's in the shop today. seems fine in there. And some self-portraits. grab some silver. whose crew member died. Not sure. Could be Owens, I guess. Double check. Read that ladder. What? I have no idea. Oh, could it be the bird? Yeah. Could possibly be the bird. There, it's near. Okay. Her owl is, her bird is near a trough. hungry? No, not terribly. Odd.
Hello, Boggert.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. Did, did you need help with anything?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Agatha said there may be a tour in a little while.
Yes, I think there's maybe Bob and Tornado or Tambourine, whatever his name is.
That's exciting.
Yes. So I think it's not sure what time. It's sometime between now and the next sunrise, probably.
Okay.
I moved Mr. Owen's owl closer to the barn. It looked like it was getting hungry.
All right. Yeah, that should be fine.
And so I don't know about the pending storm and so I tried to fill up the troughs as much as possible.
Yeah, we'll just fill them up. Leave it at that. Two more troughs to put down.
Okay.
Gonna put them in the new barn area.
Okay.
I should feed Stanley's cat.
The cat eat berries.
Think it only eats fish or milk.
Yeah, we'll probably need to put some out there for it.
I'll go get some.
Okay. beautiful sunrise. Sunrise over 5 torches.
I saw a ship over by the shipyard. It looked like Potato and Tornado.
Yeah, the skipping stone.
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
Yeah, that's what the name of the ship was.
All right.
Ta-da. Excuse me?
Pardon me.
comes someone. There goes someone. Anytime now.
Okay.
Do I need to fill the bags in the shops at all?
With what?
Extras.
No, I took everything out. I removed the books and everything, so.
Oh, alright.
They're not for sale anymore. I just figured if I'm not here to load it up with salt, then it's just probably pointless.
Oh, alright.
Oh, Mr. Cano is awake.
Oh, hello.
Hello there.
Hello.
How's it going?
Oh, doing fine. How are you?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Good.
Can I sell you anything? Today, 50% off.
I bought a piggy bank.
Ah, perfect.
I'm gonna try to use some of my copper coins. Just try to get them back into the economy.
Ah, thank you.
You're welcome. Well, good. I needed a bottle of glue to sniff.
Oh, my.
Wakes you up. Gobble. Do I have money for this? Oh no, I don't, because I don't have silver.
You have a good chance of getting your money back. If you have silver, you can make more silver.
Oh, can I trade you for some silver?
What do you mean, trade me silver for silver?
Well, I have copper.
Yeah, I can exchange it.
Yeah. Can I get like six silver? That's 10. We time to give you 4 more.
No, you keep it. Press your luck there and see if you get anything good.
Oh, okay, thank you. Then just keep putting it back in.
Yes, it just makes the economy grow faster. And since you're giving me the 4 copper or 4 silver back.
Oh, that was 2 silver. I gotta sneeze. It's like right there. 1 silver. Ah. Oh, 3 silver. I lost 3 silver, I guess. Or, well, you gave me 10, and I gave you 6, so I gained 1 silver. I'm just gonna put it back in.
Ooh.
Gamba. I need a rejuice. Come on. I need some juice. Give me the juice.
Let's go.
Oh, yes, 3 silver. All right. Yeah, we got the rejuice. Oh, 2 silver. I had to get 2 more now. I'm down 1. I'm not really down. Well, I don't know. Getting copper as well, but. Oh, I can get the heavy coin pouch.
Ooh.
Oh, that's even. You have a chance of getting 10 silver out of that.
I bought it. Come on.
Come on.
No, big money, no whammies.
Whammy.
Oh, I got 4 silver.
Oh no.
I lost 2 silver.
Uh,
Come on, big money, no whammies. We're riding on 3 silver here.
Oh.
Oh, wait.
come on,
Still back
come on,
3
come on,
silver.
come on. Big bucks.
No whammies.
Oh, I got 5 silver.
Oh, no whammies.
Yeah.
Still going.
Keep going. Yeah, Gamma. Give me the juice.
Big bucks. No whammies. Big bucks.
4 silver. All right. We're getting the juice today, boys.
Ooh.
Before long, you'll have a gold.
More. We just rejuiced big time. We got the big juice now.
Oh no.
Big bucks. Come on, big bucks.
5 silver. We got the juice. We're
Oh,
juicing.
I was so
juicing.
excited.
Oh my God.
I decided to punch Boggert. I'm
Buffalo.
sorry.
We did it. More.
Oh,
I'm not sponsored.
I'm not sponsored. Don't you need a sponsor to help you with your gambling habits?
8 silver. We're putting it back in.
I don't believe this.
Did you want to gamble?
Silver.
I
Put it
don't
back
have.
in.
Yeah, I have horrible luck. I guess I don't.
We're back up to 8, so we're juicing hard here, boys. Oh my God. Oh, this is amazing. You're almost out of coin. You're almost out of coin pouches.
Oh.
Big bucks. Come on, big bucks.
Oh, I
No
lost
whammies.
a lot there.
Oh no. Well, that's the way it works.
Oh, I think it ends. Unless you want to exchange more copper. I actually made... I made 2 silver so far. But I'm out of silver.
Did you need to exchange the copper for the silver?
You know what? I
Oh.
should let other people have a chance
was
to
you.
gamble. You know?
Yes.
I did a lot of gambling, so... What is...
Did you finally get a hole in the plank?
No, I haven't shot it yet.
I heard the cannon go off.
That
I
was some
just
good
keep
gambling.
getting a little closer.
Ooh.
Oh, you're inching a little closer.
Got those bonus wheels. It was good. We got the juice. We rejuiced.
You know what they say about gambling, though? The stall always wins.
Yeah, you probably did make some money there. You probably could have just made a bunch of money opening the coin pouches, but...
Well, it's something to do.
That heavy one is pretty neat. I've never seen that before.
Yeah, they're pretty good. Edgar gets those.
Yeah, the Mr. C plants those bottles with the maps in them, and you go dig them up and wherever the treasure maps are at, and then you get those little heavier pouches.
Oh, huh.
Elias saved my life the other day. We were digging up those boxes from the maps, and some kind of creatures came out of the ground. Beat them down.
Did you get any hard things from him?
I don't remember what we got. I don't know.
Hey, it's Elias. The
Yeah,
Duke of not Five Door, House of Pinchy or something like that.
We upgraded his title to Lord, so he can take over Owen's position.
Oh, we can. All right. Well, he can become the prince if he wants to, or
a
vice
prince.
versa.
I thought if you're a prince, then don't you have to marry into the family?
No, no, no. Legal documents. They just argue it in court or something.
If you have legal documents, then you have legal documents.
I'm a magistrate of the court, so I just handle it all myself.
Oh, that's good. That makes it easy.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, you like my boat? Over there, the one that looks like
A whale.
fish, I guess.
A large whale.
Or a whale, yeah. It's got the whale tail. Hey, you go inside of it. Open it. Let's see here. Open up this one. Hit it in the mouth. I like the mouth the best. It's cool. But you get stuck,
look.
or you have problems.
Oh look, there's an elderly rail here.
I like the mouth because it
You
actually
can
kind of looks
stand
like
right
a
here
tongue
and
almost.
hold on for dear life.
Yeah, just don't go in the mouth. It's kind of not supposed to be going in. You're not supposed to go in people's mouths anyway, so. But I don't know. I kind of like it. Fish. I don't know what I was thinking of putting spotlights in the eyes, but I don't know.
If you could get it to actually fit in there, it'd probably be kind of cool.
Yeah. Everyone likes to play in its mouth.
Nailed it.
Oh, I didn't open up that part. That goes into like the emergency mouth hatch.
Oh, yeah, look at. Oh,
Someone went overboard.
I think about adding like some triangles on the tail. I don't know.
probably potato. It probably snagged them.
Watch out.
The only problem is the steering wheel. It's kind of a pain in the ass to steer it. I thought about sometimes moving it, but I don't think it would look right on top. It would look kind of stupid. And it's too high up. It was up on top. Yeah. I'm gonna make it a cat, like a boxy cat. I think you could do as well. You know what else? Make it though. I can, like doing them like this would be a sphinx or something. but it wouldn't look right. I don't know. At least from this angle. Yeah.
Looks like she had a bat.
In practice.
You know what? Some people destroyed my vacation house, and they only waited 2 days. So I don't know why you gotta wait. I should go down there and tell them they should have done that. I've been meaning to do that. I don't know if they're asleep or not, but
Okay, let's launch Boggett from the cannon.
I'm in here.
There she
you
goes.
need to get a catapult, then you can launch. Yeah, a catapult and a glider, and then you can launch. Oh, you should put it up on top of that rock.
We're not fortunate to own such things.
How much money you got? We've been trying to get a catapult for a while.
They're
Not that expensive.
I don't know.
Got like 30 silver. Scams aren't. My jobs aren't paying off.
Did he say scams, or is this his job? Sounded like he said scams is his job.
I'm not sure. He may have.
See if you can lift the anchor.
No, I don't think I can.
And throw the sails wide open. Let it crash
That'd be
into the
nice.
rock across there.
Nice.
Please don't hurt the mannequins that come alive.
Do you believe that?
Well,
Oh, dang, the
It's a
ship's still here?
yes.
Yeah. You look a lot younger than you did last time I saw you.
Yeah, I get a lot of that dust in my hair.
Alright.
Look, I found him.
Good job.
A ball and the rifle was worth.
Got him.
You gotta keep him on a short leash.
Shot through the heart. And you're too late.
Wrapping him up.
Yeah. Some people don't know how to take life easy and move at a leisurely pace.
That's right. Take life easy.
You know, I've been thinking about talking like you. I ain't good at it.
That's a weird thing to say.
Yeah, it's real hard to stop once you start.
I think I gotta put something in my mouth.
Oh my.
Bite on, you know? Oh. I ain't got nothing to bite on.
Yeah, no, sometimes you just gotta kind of make it ask like you're asking a question. That's how you get a little more southern in it.
Yeah, and then you take a couple of gum and you stick it in the corner of your cheeks, and then you kind of slurp on the gum a little bit, and then throw the accent just slightly.
Throwing the accent with gum?
Well, there's also tobacco.
Well, we were around them hogs up here. Around here, we use the hogs. You know how you do it?
And
What?
every once in a while you have to spit out.
Sounds more like a stroke.
All right. We won't do that. Keep it the old ways. And I'm not going to read that letter. I gave it to the museum, so I won't be talking like you.
Do what?
Okay.
I gave the letter.
A
To the
ladder.
museum. That made me talk like Elias.
Oh yeah, the letter.
It's cursed.
Yeah, we didn't even open it, just so we wouldn't throw the curse into the museum.
You don't want everyone. You don't want to be too much man to be.
Yeah, we sealed it up in a box so that others can't get to it.
Yep. Buried in the ground. I know you can go gamble over there, and I just gambled like I don't know, I probably gambled away 6 years over, but I kept winning the money back. But I put the money back in.
Yeah, you never know if you're going to get one of those copper coin pouches or if you're going to get one of those silver coin pouches. You can really make your money back.
I know. I think the most I got from one of those pouches was 5 silver.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff. Worth my time coming here so far.
Yeah, that
Perfect.
seems real popular. There are a bunch of them stalls all over.
Why is everyone here?
I think we have a museum tour scheduled.
Oh. Is there an update to the museum?
Is there a what?
Like, do you have like a special monthly exhibit or anything, or postcards yet? I'm waiting for those postcards.
No postcards. And you spend your money as you come out of the gift shop or the marketplace there. At the end of the dock is the gift shop.
Should set up a unofficial store, museum store, outside the area. Sell some shirts.
Yeah, sandals, stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, unofficial licensed merchandise. Little stall. Not even a stall, a little cart maybe. Outside, you kind of push it. Maybe blast some music as well.
Blast some music.
Yeah, you know, like yeah, you play like the pan flute or something. Like drums, you know, bang on some drums. Be great if we had some steel drums.
Well, Boggett does have her flute.
Some tropical noises. Tropical drum noise. Oh, well.
Yeah, I found a flute in the ocean. I think it's broken though. It has some kind of water in it.
Huh.
Yeah, sounds pretty wet.
Trying to make it work, but it doesn't work right.
Goes up and down. It's what it sounds like. Woo, 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 woo. Something like that. I don't know. Huh.
Yeah.
It reminds me of one of those. You ever seen one of those birds that dip their head in the water and they come back up?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Reminds me of that. I don't know.
Seagull.
Yeah, I see. We saw several seagulls the other day. They were landing on the water, and a great giant shark just came up and devoured them.
Well, it's the way of life of the ecosystem.
I look so young here. There's so few wrinkles.
Well, you're really bright.
Yeah, like
You're in the spotlight.
I am.
Bringing to the stage, it's Boggett.
Hi, welcome everyone. How are you here today?
She's working on her next gig.
You're gonna be a
Yeah, sometimes
traveling-
you want to do something and then it takes you a real long time to figure out how to do it.
Yeah. There's a lot of books out there.
Are you gonna tell read stories to kids?
No, these are instructional manuals on how to construct things and build stuff. How to tame animals and the university. They get theirs, don't they?
I don't like reading. It's too much to do. A lot of things.
Yeah.
They're all there in front of you. You got them all.
Ugh. And then if you read something new, then you have to know all that information. You have to
And then
keep it with you. And
There's like new words and stuff, and you gotta figure out what. You gotta buy another book just to figure out what that word is.
then you gotta worry about forgetting stuff. And it's like the more you know, the more you can forget. Ugh.
I don't think that reading thing is gonna catch on.
Nah.
Word of mouth is, it's really where it is.
That's right.
Yeah, probably.
You get much more
Oh,
sophisticated.
hey, you woke up.
Picture books.
I woke up. Yep.
Do you want to tour the museum?
Yes, please. I need
What?
food and water first, so this is getting quite
What?
concerning.
I'll be back.
You can't make a shadow puppet.
Can you not block the? Is it just a?
I'd rather you wouldn't. I'm seeing too much of a draft.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not sure. You know, I was thinking of getting a new outfit. It's hard to find clothes around here, though. Oh, yeah, do you know where to get cotton?
There's an island just west of here. Over in C4, I think, or C5.
Okay. I'll see if that matters. I might be sending me off on a new, another operate. Their ex-wife.
How many you're up to now?
Well, if they send me out, this would be 28.
Ah, okay.
Where'd you get color these?
That is one really intense candle.
Are they super bright?
Oh, thank you very, very much.
Welcome. I don't give you any water, though. If you need water, there's a water barrel.
Okay.
All right, I think I'm set.
All right. We can head that way if we like.
A nice leisurely pace.
All right, we will.
Yo, ball and chain.
Okay, chat, get ready for it. Chapter finale coming. Tour beginning. A Monday tour. The buoys are having a tour. Where are you? Get some selfies in. Make sure I turn her.
I think how I do that.
Welcome everyone to the BoggOdd Oddities Museum. This table here, I call it the berry dock.
What kind of
Oh, I
berry?
thought it was supposed to be a tongue.
Yes, it can be a tongue. It can all be the berry dock.
It was berry.
Some fruit cake that likes to serve tea.
boo you around here.
We don't have any children here, do we?
I don't believe so.
Alright, that's good.
What exactly is inside that a child shouldn't see? Oh, congratulations on Employee of the Month.
Welcome to
Oh,
the
yeah.
BoggOdd
Is that
Oddities
consecutive?
Museum. Someone will be with you shortly.
Yes, he's got this month, next month, and the next month after that.
Is he the only employee?
Yes, he saved Boggert's life multiple times.
He did. And he saved my stuff. One of those flying things that looks like it's made out of skin flew off with all my stuff and threw it in the trees, and Elias was so kind to get it down for me.
What a lovely painting rendition.
Oh yes, that's us over the entry door over there as well.
Oh,
There we are.
Give me 1 second. I need to turn on the candle.
Boggert's wearing his little cherry pie hat in that painting. Looks like a cherry pie with a sprig of mint on top.
Elsa.
Oh yes, that's what Elias, he keeps things right in here. Just in case stuff goes off. He had the shovel ready yesterday.
Yeah, we were afraid that we were going to have to bury some people that was fell asleep inside the museum.
The noxious gases.
Yeah, we were afraid.
Yes, and did have a few people started drinking during the tour, and they kept seeing things that wasn't there to us.
They told me that I looked so tall. And I said, well, I feel tall every day. I just think everyone else is enormous. I'm normal sized. Everyone else is the ones that are really tall. Leave your preconceived notions of the normal world at this very threshold and enter the world of the mysterious, the unusual, and the odd at BoggOdd Oddities Museum. By entering the museum, you agree management not responsible for any and all incidents herein, including but not limited to falling, tripping, or plunging into wells or graves, changing of hair color, rope burns, unconsciousness, or any odors you may pick up and carry with you.
I think some of those might have been added after our visit.
Maybe. All right this way.
You're welcome.
Please step lively into the next chamber.
The museum tour begins on your right, just as you enter BoggOdd Oddities. At a blazing tropical freeport, there stood a quiet specialty cheese shop at the end of an alley. You are probably wondering, is it appropriate to locate a cheese shop in the melting heat? The answer, no. But not because of the heat, however. It was the feral cats. The cats had taken to begging at the cheese shop. As patrons were leaving, they would kindly drop a crumb or two, leaving cats to wait for the next patron. And eventually the roof support beams groaned and popped under the weight of waiting cats. The shop owner attempted to shoo them away at first, but then realized the cats would not touch the crumbs of the most pungent cheeses. A patron remarked, "It is so hot today, the stone walls are almost sizzling." As the patron rounded the corner, the shop owner sprang into action and, gathering the most pungent of cheeses, pushed them against the blazing hot stone walls where they melted, sticking them on. It did work. The cats' stench of the cheese was so intense that they fled to the far side of the island. The shop owner rested well that evening until suddenly the roof support beams began to creak and groan, running out into the dark to chase the cats off the bowing. The shop owner caught a glimpse of them through the moonlight. The cats first turned their eyes and then their beaks toward the shop owner. It is then the owner realized the roof was covered not in cats, but in starving, hungry vultures.
You're welcome to sniff the wall and get the sniff of the pungent cheese.
No, I'm not a big fan of cheese smell. I don't
Yeah,
think
I'm
I need
good.
to do that. Yeah.
I mean, we hardly bathe. I mean, he smells pretty bad already, so.
Smelling like cheese is a good thing. The Great North Factory disaster took place on a particularly cold, dark, rainy evening. The main source of heat in the frozen north was a giant fireplace located beneath the smokestack here above me. The factory backed up to a large rock mountain, and the entrance of a great coal mine was built down off the factory into the depths of the mountain. The top of the mountain was a known habitat for an assortment of animals. The employees of the factory found a large snake roasting on the coals late one afternoon and proceeded to prepare it for the dinner pot. It wasn't unusual for someone to bring whatever they had, although they could not determine who had brought the snake. They made a feast of the snake anyhow and went back to work, and as the evening grew colder and darker, they placed more and more coal onto the fire. What no one realized is the snake deliciously roasting on the fire had chased a plump sheep from the mountaintop. The snake and the sheep both fell over the edge and landed on top of the smokestack. The snake fell through further down to the coals below, but the sheep was wedged in the smokestack high above the factory. The toxic smoke had already weakened most of the workers to the point they could not get out by the time the panic began. All but 3 of the workers were killed in this tragedy. The death toll was said to be near 458 lives, and it would remain the largest number of people killed by a single sheep for at least 2 more decades. Any questions?
What was the second event that killed people?
We just don't know yet. We're trying to get that information. We hope to procure that. We've had a lot of questions about that. People are very concerned about the sheep.
Was it was it a male or a female?
Oh, I don't know that either.
Yeah, I was wondering if it had it was neutered or something.
It could have gotten the horns hung on the way in.
I'm not sure if its massive balls were the ones that clogging the pipes.
Not sure on that either.
Questions to ponder. Questions to ponder.
Thanks to ask. There's a lot of questions. Before you here is a certified giraffe examination chair. It's been placed here as public service by the Giraffe Handlers Association. When a giraffe needs to be examined for multiple reasons, it is easier to inspect the giraffe from closer to their height. The doctor will climb up the chair and the giraffe will be brought in for inspection purposes. What type of inspection, so you may ask? One purpose is to see if they have the giraffe-like teeth or the less common human-like teeth, but a far more common reason is to see if the ears have been laid with spider eggs again, as giraffe ears are known to be the perfect habitat for spider eggs, laying their eggs deep within the giraffe's warm ear hairs that I've forgotten until the time comes for the hatching. You have giraffes tame or wild near your home. Be sure that they do not shake their head frequently. This is the first sign spider egg laying has occurred. If your giraffes have ears infested with spider eggs, the time will come that they will hatch, and the giraffe's head shaking will deposit baby hatchings around and throughout your home.
We have elephants, right?
Yeah, I ain't never seen no giraffe, actually.
Oh, that's good, because I think I can handle that.
Oh, that sounds horrible.
Yeah.
I have a question. If this is time for questions.
Yeah, sure.
Have you ever heard of that parasite that infects things and then that turns them into a zombie?
Oh, yeah, I have.
What if that got into the giraffe? You think it would be like a zombie giraffe?
Ooh, there's a chance of that happening.
And then you had the spider thing. It'd be like, spiders, it'd be like zombies, spiders shaking off this huge ass giraffe thing. neck.
Spider,
Yeah.
spider in control of the giraffe saying,
Like
I'm driving
whipping
now.
its head around, like, whipping its hair back and forth, but like a neck.
I'm in control now.
That's scary.
Yeah. And
Nothing worse than a 100-foot spider.
also, if you see a spider, it's probably already guaranteed to seeing you and started running a mile away. So you better be prepared.
Actually, I don't know if I would be afraid of a 100-foot spider. I'm more of a afraid of 1-inch spider.
A tiny spider that can fit in your ears, yeah.
Yes, exactly. I mean, if it's 100 feet long, I'd just be like, well, shit. You just run away and
I'm not going over there.
go away from yeah.
Can see it from a ways off, so that's a good thing.
If another one's in your ear.
The tour continues this way.
You
In
look
the
back.
fall. And oh no, don't look back. You gotta take it back now. Take it back. In a far-off kingdom, a rotten king reigned supreme. He was known to frequently decide that he had been slighted and to place people in prison to be punished, or even worse. The king unexpectedly ordered a particularly complicated from his chef Arthur in the middle of the night. The chef and the kitchen staff worked frantically as tired as they were in order to create a culinary masterpiece. The feast was a triumph, and the king later sent word to see if he may speak with the chef. Word arrived early in the morning. The king would be to the kitchens within the hour. The kitchen staff readied themselves for his visit. The king arrived with his guards, and they quietly toured the kitchens. He thoroughly inspected many things. Nothing was said. The king simply looked at his guards as he approached the exit and nodded. The king's guards proceeded to destroy the kitchen's pots and pans and kitchen tools, and then the guards turned to the chef and said, "The king would like you to know he is displeased with last night's feast. You forgot to serve sea salt instead of salt with his meal." But the chef was aghast. He knew he had served the sea salt. He had prepared it himself. He only said "aye" before he was cut off. Told he was to be removed from the king's staff and to be placed in the prisons to await further punishment. The king felt assured mistakes would no longer be made in his kitchen, and as a test a few weeks later he had a new feast prepared for the opening of the knight's tournament, at the end of which a victorious knight stood remaining. But the king was very unhappy. He felt slighted again because his favorite knight did not win the tournament, so he rushed the winner with a dagger in his hand. The knight flicked away the dagger, but gave the king what was intended for the knight. The king was now removed from life and power, and the knight made their way to the throne and were seated. The shocked crowd dropped the facade of reverence for the old king and warmly cheered on a new powerful leader. The guards, also shocked, but no longer hiding their contempt for the rotten king, said, "All hail the new king!" To which the entrant removed their helmet and said, "Queen." "All hail the new queen," said the guards. "What would you have us do, your majesty?" they asked. "Firstly, bring me Arthur, the chef from the prisons." Arthur approached the new queen, and he quietly asked, "Daughter, what has happened? And are those my pots and pans you are wearing?" "It's time to explain it all," Father said. "I sent them to me at the blacksmith shop for repairs. They did not know I was your daughter." She smiled pleasantly at her father as they waved toward the crowd over the tournament field in the cold, dead body of the former king. "You always said that your pots and pans would bring us such good fortune, Father. You just didn't know how right you were."
You're welcome to take a closer look at the armor.
"Oh, if you like."
Huh.
Very shiny.
"Yeah, it is. The cheese graters, I think, come in handy. You have someone who's trying to approach you from an odd angle. You take your forearm and you rake them across the face with it.
Before
What's the delivery you're waiting on?
usually we wait for newer items to show.
Oh yeah, we're waiting on the delivery.
Oh, hey.
Yeah, 2 men in a sloop, sometimes a little slow on deliveries. Before we enter into the next chamber, do not panic. Everything is under control. If there is an actual fire, we will direct you to the nearest fire exit.
I'm
Right this way.
panicking.
Yeah, that's right. It's only fire that looks like fire. Nothing to be afraid of. Nothing unusual
Doesn't
happening.
all fire look like fire?
Yeah, it's just fire that looks like fire. On a roasting hot desert island, it rarely rained. House fires were happening frequently, and to combat the fires, the residents used what they had and crafted 2 fire carts. These carts, each pulled by the best rhinosaur the island could breed, were filled with water and pulled from location to location. Raspberry the monkey, found wandering around used as a turtle habitat, was a pet of the head of the fire cart haulers. Out on one of their first patrols, they discovered something unusual. Raspberry had been trained to pull a cart. They decided that given his constant insistence, he'd be handed the reins. Raspberry would be trained to drive the rhinosaur of cart number 2. This worked more than well. Raspberry already a complete natural at cart handling, and in fact needed no instruction at all. They even crafted a small seat just for him. This allowed the others to focus more on the fires. Months passed with the carts racing to fire after fire, with Raspberry excitedly guiding the cart all the way. Then one afternoon, after a particularly difficult morning of fighting a long series of fires, the bell rang out again. It was time to ready the carts, and Raspberry could not be located. The head of the fire cart haulers went to Raspberry's room and found the monkey sleeping in bed. Knowing the poor creature must be exhausted after the morning they had, they had another member of the fire cart haulers pull the reins. They left without poor hired Raspberry and headed to the fire. Along the way, they spotted an unreported house fire, slowed cart number 2 to water it before catching up to cart number 1. While spraying the house, the front door burst open, and a soaking wet Raspberry, with an extinguished torch in his hand, emerged. Not believing that Raspberry could be both asleep and at the scene of the fire, his bed was checked. Neatly shaped and arranged was a pair of trousers made to look like a sleeping Raspberry the monkey. Raspberry was wise at a great many things, cart hauling and deception being among his greatest talents. He was returned to the offices of the Turtle Sanctuary, where he was found, so he could retire from his very active life. The fire stopped overnight, and the fire cart haulers were quiet, until one afternoon a flare was fired, and a representative of a neighboring island had arrived. They wanted advice on fire carts, for they had been plagued with fires recently. They also needed a small seat on the front, because they had the oddest thing: monkey who knew how to drive a cart.
Very interesting.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, that.
It's the actual monkey.
No,
I
that's.
don't know. I think
that,
so far the last one's been the oddest to me. Not the monkey one, but the one before that with pots and pans.
Ooh,
Ah,
well, we'll try to keep going then. No, this is not a tavern filled with delicious libations. In fact, if you had been here 50 years ago, you would be dead. It wasn't unusual a long time ago to place additives into your spirits to give them an interesting afternote, be it bitter, sweet, or bittersweet. It was an unusually crowded evening the night before, and would be again at a combination inn and tavern. The tavern keep was too busy to go for the ingredients for a top note to add to the drink for the next evening, and the tavern keep's sibling was sent to pick up the rare and delicious green sweet ingredient Magistine. The herbologist, however, was also out, and in their stead their apprentice was working. The assistant herbologist mistook the requested Magistine for the more common pest remover Magistine. Nearly identical in appearance and flavor, coupled with the unfortunate similarity of their names, the switch was made. The maggot stem was delivered to the tavern and used to give the libations their smooth sweetness. As is custom with the spirit house attached to overnight accommodations, the drinks poured heavily and quickly. The hallucinations began an hour into the evening, and the vomiting began shortly thereafter. Ingestion of maggot stem was said to produce hallucinations such as liquid running down the walls, inanimate objects breathing, skies filled with flying animals, the mistaking of human form for animal. The chaos of the visions, coupled with vomiting, began a putrid battle inside the tavern, where all fought for their very lives. Any who made it outside were driven back in by the visions of the skies. Those victors who survived the battle were said to have lain unconscious on these very floorboards until their hearts slowed to death.
You're not doing taste tests, right?
No, we're not doing that. We don't have any of the unusual libations anyhow. We made sure that all of those were put away in other locations so that no one accidentally took us upon the tour, because it does get very hot here.
Yeah, it can
You're
get very
back.
hot.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey, bye.
You've been to a hot, humid, tropical island. You know all too well that the heat can be unrelenting. Two elderly brothers were looking for their lost goat near the helm when they stumbled upon something, a large abandoned well. The well had run low of water, but the inside had a beautiful pool at the bottom. The brothers knelt beside the well's lid, and when they opened it, they could feel the cool, refreshing air blow past them. They thought about and discussed that well the remainder of the day and night. They woke the next day with a plan. They'd put a ladder down the well and see what was inside. Stepped from the final ladder rung into the cool, dark water and enjoyed the most luxuriously pleasant, soaking, neck-high, perfectly chilled water. The water drained a bit more over time, and now instead of floating, they had to kneel or sit on the bottom of the well. This did not suit the aging frames very well, and they began to talk of a new plan. It was decided they would make the well more comfortable, so they moved some furniture down, using ropes in the goat, which was found in time, to lower the things from the hatch above. This would be their final plan. Their friend, who knew of the well and having not seen the brothers for some time, began to worry and look for them. When they approached the well, they could already tell something was wrong. The scent of mold and mildew and end of life met their friend, or the well. Well, you see, as they were sitting in the cool, damp richness of the well, their furniture was also. The introduction of the furniture began a growth of mold and mildew and rot that first tainted the well and then outright poisoned it. As the furniture was slowly mildewing and molding from the outside, the cool, damp, dark back of the chairs was growing a deadly fungus. Before that fungus was discovered, it had already started to emit toxic spores which filled the well and the lungs of the two elderly brothers.
Are these the same, furnitures or this, replacement?
No, these are different ones. We were afraid of the originals, so we had them destroyed, and instead we put these in. Now we painted them there to look like they were molding and mildewing from the inside, but it's just paint, so that way it's not too dangerous. And we do check the backs frequently to make sure they're not growing any strange, unusual formations back there.
Yeah, so we
Oh,
set them out in the
I
sun every
appreciate
once
it.
in a while.
Welcome. Far beneath the beautiful country estate lie a strange fate for those unfortunate enough to have encountered a pair of mad, noble women. They had a secret which would have run the blood cold of those in the aristocratic circles they kept themselves in. Mad women had developed an unusual diet preference. Human toenails. Half-hearted soldier, drunken sailor, a sea wench, they were all preyed upon. They went out into the night to round up their victims. They would wait outside tavern and dance hall for those inebriated enough not to put up a fight. A bag over their head, about 6 spins around, was enough to knock even the stoutest person unconscious if they had been plied with enough drink. They'd be locked into the chambers here on each side of me. Their feet would be scrubbed, cleaned, and the toenails perfectly trimmed so as not to waste any a precious resource. I know what you're wondering. Why did they not pull the toenails out at the root? That's the sensible thing to do. Well, the sisters weren't monsters. They were just very oddly hungry. So unusually hungry. Each victim awakened dumped on the outskirts of the town, shoeless, sockless with the pants rolled to the knees. But the feet were beautifully scrubbed, and the toenails had been trimmed perfectly. The sisters were eventually caught. They mistook a pair of sleepy officers for inebriated and then were overcome by them, threatening with having their toenails pulled out at the root because it is a sensible thing to do. They confessed to the entire ruse. Afterward, they fell from grace and out of high society. They took on new identities. They began to work in a wash house, trimming the nails of the patrons who came to bathe, thereby secretly continuing to feed a most unusual and odd hunger.
Ew, I take it back. This is the newest oddity.
Sorry about that. I'm getting a random fatal error every once in a while, so I'm not sure what's happening. It started ever since the new patch release came out.
I
America.
saved him.
Aha, there you are. You're just tired, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Ah,
I'm not sure why.
it's alright. You're elderly. It happens. A skilled blacksmith made a fortune on board a ship, repairing the broken old wood stoves in a frozen polar region. A fortune that he intended to keep to himself. Looking around his ship one day, he realized he had a dozen wood stoves that no one had claimed after they had been repaired. Needing to remove the extra weight from his ship, and also to find a more suitable place to keep his treasure safe, he left the polar region, and he went to his home on a warm elephant island. He owned a small piece of the island that included a swamp, and the swamp was home to many horrendous beasts, the least of which were an endless amount of spiders. He knew the perfect location for a hideaway for his treasure trove was a well-hidden cavern on the edge of the swamp. You would never see it unless you had fallen into it. Covered in vines and growth, was the perfect place, except it was home to thousands of very fast spiders. But he knew that spiders fear one thing above others, a larger, faster spider. To attempt to stop the spiders from living in the cavern, as well as to add an additional shock should any unfortunate soul stumble to the caverns, he carted the old forgotten wood stoves down into the darkened mouth of the cavern and created this monstrosity before you. Welding the stoves together and carving a stone plinth from the cavern's rocks, he successfully created a spider to frighten all spiders, and the others fled in fear, leaving him in freedom to place his treasure deep in the now delightfully spider-free cavern. He went back to making more and more treasure, readied himself for a return to the cavern. Upon his return, looking forward to the spiderless and after having fought his way through so many of them through the swamps, he arrived at the cavern and found it filled with elephants, bursting at the seams with elephants. They chased him away from the ants all the way back to his ship, over and over. For you see, the only thing that kept the elephants away from the cavern were the spiders, and the only thing luring them down into the cavern was the new multiple-armed post that someone had placed there for them to scratch themselves on.
Was it the big metal one?
Yeah, it is. All these arms, they really do reach all around the elephant, and it's able to get alongside of it here and just really scratch a lot of areas. We have one more who's asleep now.
It really does feel good on the back there.
Oh, look at that. Yeah, it is. It's very scratchy. I think it's the open pipes that really add a nice extra layer to the scratchiness. I'll let Mr. Quinoa have a rest for the moment.
In the meantime, you're welcome to check out the food that we've got prepared here. We got the popped out popcorn, nice punch in the
I
punch
want
bowl here.
the 12th apple on top right there.
Not the 12th one, that's our favorite one.
It looks the best. It's clearly the best.
No. But you're welcome to some punch as well. We found this beautiful French punch bowl. It says Le Iches on the front. We think that that's French for punch. Yes.
Yeah, I don't know French. We didn't bring Benny, so,
Yeah, well, he'll have to come.
Oh no.
burgers for turkey. That's kind of.
Yes.
Yeah,
And we're gonna
I
eat
guess you
salad
want to fatten them up.
while we watch the turkeys eat the burgers.
Yeah, that's nice. That's very kind.
Yeah.
Did you hear that, Boggert? Making burgers for turkeys. That's very kind.
Like dogs have cakes, so I figure
Oh, that's right, yeah.
cats don't have anything. You should make a cat cake.
Ooh.
So,
All right.
Elias gonna let me out. Oh yeah, thanks for the what do you mean?
You're welcome. Have a good day.
Fourth of a tour. Oh. Oh shit. Get the shit out of me.
And that's why he's
In
employed.
case
them.
I had to bury you.
Oh, I woke up. I gotta make a burger for the turkeys.
Burger for the turkeys.
Yep. Made out of turkeys.
Hmm.
Feeding themselves to themselves.
Feeding the turkeys
Anyways,
to the turkeys.
have a.
While I'm here, might as well have some food. Look up. There she goes. Elias. Elias. They all are getting overwhelmed by the smell of the. They all fell asleep. Yes, it's. I'm not sure what it is, but since the last patch from Darkside, we're getting.
What has changed lately?
I'm not sure, Elias.
Is it all the food smell coming off of that?
I'm not sure, or maybe they're drinking the punch, maybe. But ever since the Darkside patch, there's just been this strange issue that's been going on that people, one after the other, will fall asleep.
Just moving them off the rug just in case.
Yeah, we don't want the stain to affect the rug.
Oh,
I'm waking up angry, apparently.
oh.
That's the worst kind of waking up in the
Ow.
morning.
Wake up fired up.
I would offer you some coffee, but I don't know how to make it.
more lunch is fine.
Okay, I think I'm not angry anymore.
Ooh, wonderful.
I think I am in your basement.
Just a
You're
moment.
right in front of me.
Oh,
wait.
there. Whew, okay, there went.
Oh, I was gonna hit you. Hit you anyway. Ugh.
We don't dare speak of our basement.
Always anyway.
There's nobody down there. It's a flooded basement.
Yeah, it's just a mess down there. Yeah, that's right.
Right, nobody knocked back.
No, not yet.
Yet?
Yet. All right, we'll continue if you want to continue.
I'm now. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine. I don't know. We'll roll the dice. I don't care.
All right, we'll try. Here is what was once a beautiful, marvelous circus organ. An organ was a modern wonder, needing no one to play it and having no keys. It produced sound through steam, with a series of reused water and stovepipes, and could play the most beautiful of melodies. It was pulled on 3 carts behind 3 elephants as the circus parade arrived in the town. Playing all the while, it let the residents know the circus was arriving. Circus fell to ruin after the death of the ringmaster and owner. The ringmaster was thrown higher than the high-wire rack one evening by a pair of elephants looking to escape the circus life. The audience, seeing the tragedy unfold, sent out warnings to all they knew: avoid the circus at risk of peril. The organ was purchased at an auction of items from the circus by a group of ne'er-do-wells with a plan. They would travel with the reassembled pipe organ from port to port, playing friendly melodies for tips throughout the day. Then they would quieten as the shops closed and the people headed to their homes. Then in the late hours of the evening, they would stoke the fires of the steam heaters until they were raging. Beautiful music produced with gentle steam pressure became a howling, screeching, clangorous noise. This caused the residents to flee their homes in terror, and the horses and animals to batter their stalls, not knowing what beast was capable of such noise. The ne'er-do-wells would slow the fires eventually, but only to issue a proclamation. The fires would be stoked repeatedly until the township was able to come up with a predetermined fee to pay the ne'er-do-wells to leave their port in peace. The ne'er-do-wells landed in a port as usual one afternoon, and they played the beautiful music until the shops closed and the residents began to leave. Then they waited. They went to the box on the top deck to get more wood for the fires. Instead of the residents being asleep, the entire town was standing row after row, lining the edge of the harbor, quietly staring directly at the vessel. The water was already flowing into the ship by the time the ne'er-do-wells could react, and the residents who had been made aware of this approaching ship 2 days prior had already formed a plan of their own. The pipe organ was dismantled and trod upon, resulting in the warped and discolored remaining pipes you see here before you today.
You're gonna have to give him a minute. He sniffed the glue again.
Oh no. Oh no, it's me too. Alright, I think we're gonna have to call it.
Did she go down too?
I think so.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. It's like that carpet is cursed or something. Yeah, she's cemented down. I think you gotta wait for her to fall asleep. I guess the fumes are extra potent today.
It must be this rug. It's gotta be.
It's it's holding on to some bugs or something.
Yeah, wonder if it's that cheese over there in the corner, or it could be the apples looking so tasty that you wanted to get to the 12th one.
Yeah, the 12th one looks the best.
Sorry, we're having some technical difficulties. There.
There she went.
Good old basement. When they wake up, they actually spawn in the basement and they pop right up.
I'm afraid to move, but if you smell the salts even when you're standing still.
Yeah.
I believe your museum might be haunted.
I just don't know why it's haunted. It was so fine last weekend when we had the triple birthday party. And
Nothing unusual happened at the triple birthday party.
no.
Well, everything's been fine ever since we opened. I don't know what the problem is for the past couple of days.
I just feel like maybe you upset some sort of spirits or something. The curse that you're building here.
Could be.
Could be. Maybe we need to put a stick of dynamite so the spirits can be set free.
Well, I guess we can finish the tour for today till we can figure out what's going on.
Yeah, like where's that fire escape?
It's right here.
No, not that way. You get trapped down there.
Yes, it's the fire escape.
I don't know. It just seemed like that may be the closest way to get out of here, but the front door's right there.
I think that last time was just me. I turned around a little too fast and.
Alright, well, we're sorry. We had hoped to finish the tour today.
It's okay.
Yeah, no, that place is crazy. Like, I understand why it makes people fall asleep from the shock, but I wish I was of a heartier soul and could have stayed and saw it.
Yeah, probably haunted. When we don't go look for the oddities, they come looking for us.
That toenail one was definitely the oddest one. That one kind of creeped me out a little bit.
Yeah, it's kind of creepy. I don't really understand it myself.
Yeah.
I mean, when was the last time you cut your toenails?
Ooh.
But then again, people pay good money for that now.
Like a month ago? Yeah, see? Yeah.
A month?
I don't know. How long do you cut your toenails?
When they get long enough, I just cut them. I don't know how long it's been in between.
Well, you asked me how long ago last time was, and I thought about it. I mean, don't ask me a question you don't want the answer. Dang. Oh, I know we were talking about portraits earlier, but I somehow missed Elias above the sign.
That's what I was talking about.
Oh yeah.
I know, and then they mentioned theirs, and I was looking at that one, and I didn't look up enough to see Elias' one.
Yes, Tansy painted those. She does an excellent job.
How'd she get all the way up there?
Grapple hook.
Oh.
I think we actually made a ramp for her so she could have steady hands. But yeah, we made a ramp so she could paint the picture.
Oh, I thank you for your time, anyway.
Thanks for coming to the BoggOdd Oddities Museum. Hopefully we'll be open back up again after the great storm.
Okay, yeah, he kept moving. I got concerned that maybe this carpet was also cursed.
Ah,
Yep, he's
I'm
good.
moving. Yeah, no, I'm there. Yeah. Can a man enjoy a little pocket pork chop without getting hit? Dang.
No.
Hey, yeah, I meant to ask too. What the heck is swilk?
Come this way, we'll show you. Just get them some, I guess.
You know, it just keeps happening. Oh,
Hello.
yeah, let's go. Yeah.
Yeah. Standing in front of you is Hera, the oddity of Itchmeadow Farm. Born during a hurricane, it is believed she was born in midair the wrong way around, and she is now utterly convinced she's standing the right way up and can't be corrected. She produces what her original owners of the farm referred to as the wrong way milk, and that it comes out the wrong way around. But we here at BoggOdd Oddities refer to it as swilk. Boggert will be glad to serve you up some. It is said that by the milk not dropping into the udders and cooling, it is able to stay hotter longer and produces a sweeter, more mature milk with a caramel flavor undertone that is prized over regular milk. Oh no! Did you try the milk? Or have you gone weak again?
No, I just wanted to see it from her perspective because it was kind of freaking my head out. So I wanted to look to see what she was saying.
Oh, alright. Yeah.
hey, she likes it this way.
Yeah, she sees the world in a whole new light.
I like her gravity-defying udder.
Yeah, it's nice. We've had issues
Yeah, it
with
is
people
really
wanting
crazy.
to touch the udders, however. In that position, they want to stroke them. We've had to ask people, don't stroke the udders.
Consent is important.
It is.
Or would it be cow scent at that point? Did you get your swilk?
Yeah, I picked it up. Thank you.
Very interesting.
Oh, well, thank you very much. We appreciate you coming.
The other day,
For a while, for the tours, you know, it's timing.
Yeah, we understand it's fine. We're just glad you finally made it and were able to hear some of the warnings.
I can't. I'd like to try to do this without using the
Yeah, this is a
HUD.
really neat town. It was a good spot till I found it. Like, put your, what you call it, your museum here. Found your museum, that's the word.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
Thank you for coming. Oh.
Bye.
Au revoir.
Goodbye.
So I didn't realize Grape Shot was getting ready to release a patch. or an update, they announced that they were going to do a wipe on the official side. Usually, when they do a wipe on the official side, that means they are introducing new content or islands. Obviously, that post that you saw in general chat uh, is a new boss, and that boss is probably tied to a new island. If Grapeshot changes that island for whatever reason, it could affect um, an island. If they use the same island in that map, then something here may get changed as well. So there's a little bit of hesitation that Darkside doesn't know yet as far as if the patch is going to be affected by the official wipe, or the content that's going to be released. And so basically, they're talking about starting 5.5 up, and if for whatever reason the wipe messes with some of Darkside mods, then they'll have to wipe everything and start fresh. And if that's the case, then the museum's probably not going to come back for that 5.5 series. It's just too much work. We'll probably roll new characters for 5.5. So right now we're at a chapter finale. That's why I named it the way I did, because I'm not sure if that's going to affect the season. So, but yeah, we're hoping that the Darkside's going to take a backup of their servers. Um, it's just according on what Grapeshot's going to introduce as far as their patch. If it affects their mods or changes that drastically. So um, if it's just a minor change, then the museum can come back online. If not, then the museum will have to find different. We'll have to do different things, and so we were heavily relying on the town and the members of the town, the citizens, to help us to get where we needed to be in the museum. So. But it's been fun playing the museum. The museum kind of works better on a smaller grid, I think. When it was on a 3x3, it allowed us to actually sell out and see others around us without having to be too far away from the museum. So it's also easier if all the decor is all in one easy location for us to piece things together. And so appreciate everyone that did come get the chance to see it. Been great RPM with quite a big community out there of RPers that support us. We thank you. So on the 18th we'll know more, or we'll know more probably on the 19th, but I'm going to end the stream there. Thanks everyone for your support. You've been great. And we'll see you on the other side of the shimmer.